The phone hit the table so hard that it bounced once before settling face down. Aisha flinched, her breath caught in her throat as Daniel stood over her, jaw tight, eyes dark with irritation. "Why?" he said slowly. "Are you always on this thing?" The room went silent except for the hum of the ceiling fan. Aisha's fingers trembled in the air where her phone had been seconds earlier. Her heart pounded, confused by how fast the moment had changed. "I was just replying my sister," she said carefully. "She asked if we're still coming tomorrow." Daniel scoffed and turned away, rubbing his forehead like she had exhausted him. "Every time. Always someone interrupting us." "Daniel, I didn't mean," he cut her off. "I said I'm tired." She nodded immediately even though her chest felt tight. She bent down, picked up her phone, and slipped it into her pocket like it was something shameful. The anger on his face faded as quickly as it appeared. "Forget it," he said. "Let's sleep." But Aisha didn't sleep. She lay on her side, staring into the darkness, listening to his steady breathing beside her. Her mind drifted backward to a different Daniel, a man who once ran barefoot in the rain because she forgot her scarf, a man who laughed easily, who listened, who promised safety. That man had knelt in front of her and said, "You'll always protect your heart." She remembered how everyone clapped, how her friends screamed, how her mother smiled but said quietly later, "Love is good, my daughter, but love without character is dangerous." Aisha had laughed then. She had been so sure. The next morning, Daniel acted like nothing happened. He whistled while dressing, kissed her forehead, and smiled. "Love you," he said casually. She smiled back. "Love you too." The words felt heavier now. At breakfast, she tried again. "About last night." Daniel raised his hand gently but firmly. "Not now. I don't like starting my day with drama." Drama? The word stung. At work, Aisha couldn't focus. Her colleague noticed her silence. "You okay?" she asked. Aisha forced a smile. "Just tired." That was how it started. Excuses, silence, adjustments. That evening, Daniel called. "Don't be late. We're visiting my parents." "You didn't tell me," she said, glancing at the time. "I'm telling you now." She hesitated, then replied softly, "Okay." At his parents' house, she became invisible. She served food, smiled politely, and laughed when expected. When Daniel interrupted her mid-sentence, she stopped talking. When he corrected her story, she nodded. On the drive home, she stared out the window. "You were quiet today," Daniel said. "You interrupted me in front of your mother." "So," he replied, "you were rambling." "I wasn't rambling." He sighed loudly. "Why do you always want to turn everything into a problem?" She swallowed. "I just wanted respect." "In the head of this house," he snapped. "I won't apologize for speaking." That night, Aisha cried silently in the bathroom, water running to hide the sound. She stared at her reflection, eyes red, face unfamiliar. "When did I start disappearing?" Weeks passed, and the control became clearer. Daniel commented on her clothes. "That skirt is too tight. You don't need makeup to work." "Why do you need to see them again?" He criticized her friends, questioned her movements, checked her phone playfully. When she complained, he smiled. "In just protecting us." When she mentioned feeling lost, he laughed. "You're married. That's normal." Then came the money. "I'll manage the finances," Daniel said. "I'm better at it." Her salary went into his account. When she asked for money, he questioned her. "What do you need it for?" After a while, she stopped asking. The breaking point came quietly. "I accepted a job in another city," Daniel said one evening. Aisha looked up. "When today?" "You didn't ask me." "I didn't need to." Something inside her snapped. "You don't own me," she said, voice shaking but loud. Daniel stared at her, surprised, then smiled slowly. "You're emotional. That's why I make decisions." That night, Aisha packed a small bag. She didn't know where she was going. She only knew she couldn't stay. Before the door closed behind her, Daniel said coldly, "You'll regret this." She didn't reply. She slept on her sister's couch, staring at the ceiling until dawn. Every sound made her flinch. Every memory replayed itself. In the morning her sister sat beside her and held her hand. "Why didn't you tell me?" she asked. Aisha's voice cracked. "I thought marriage meant endurance." Her sister shook her head. "Marriage doesn't mean erasing yourself." Daniel called. Once, twice, 10 times. When she answered, his voice was calm. Too calm. "Come home," he said. "I need time. You're embarrassing me. I'm not your possession." Silence. "You're letting people poison you. I'm thinking for myself." "You're making a mistake." So did I. Days turned into weeks. Counseling followed. Hard conversations, painful truths. "I never hit you," Daniel said once. "What's the problem?" "The problem," Aisha replied, steady now, "is that you broke me quietly." We scoffed. "You're dramatic." She stood. "And you're unsafe." She filed for separation. People talked. She couldn't endure. She ruined a good marriage. She changed. They were right. She changed. Months later, Asha stood in front of a mirror, eyes clearer, shoulders lighter. She smiled softly. Not because she lost love, but because she found herself. Before the video ends, the narrator's voice speaks directly to the viewer. If you're planning to get married, don't just ask if you are in love. Ask how they treat you when you disagree. Ask how they react when you say no. If this story moved you, like the video, subscribe for more real stories, and comment your thoughts below. Someone out there needs this message. The ring lay quietly on the table, and for the first time, Aisha felt free.